What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Excuse me. I'm here, of course, at the Red Brick House, and I've opened up this fireplace here, and we're going to plaster this and make it look like a fireplace again. I don't know, I might end up getting the fake fireplace logs to go in here that'll put out a little bit of heat and look like a fireplace. But I don't want to, I don't have gas here. Well, I do have gas every time I make chili. But I'm getting ready to fix the brick in here and try and make this firebox look. This one leg right here is messed up. I'm trying to use the old bricks here like this that are colored and burnt, so that way it'll match it back up as much as possible, because that's what we do here. So I was thinking here, which is always a dangerous thing. I was thinking about the Dallas Cowboys, because even though the season is now over, it's time to autopsy the body and figure out what the hell went wrong and what we can do to fix it. Well, first of all, I'm not on payroll, and I'm not Jerry Jones, so there's not much I can actually do personally. Try and fix it. But just like the pundits on ESPN and all that stuff, we can put our 2 cents into it and try and come up with solutions that will help to fix the situation. And I'm just trying to think, you know, the Cowboys have to decide between whether or not they bring back Mike McCarthy or not, as well as we have 16 expiring contracts. And per Mike Fisher and Jay Slater, we have some players that question the quarterback on whether or not he has the lack of panic mode that you need to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's pretty telling, to say the least. But here's the thing that I have to wonder about. I'm sitting here thinking in my mind about early in that first quarter. Early in that first quarter, CeeDee Lamb was checking out. He had the early drops. And Mike McCarthy had to go over and talk to him. And Dak Prescott was literally like, bro, get your head in the game. And that was kind of weird, so early in the game, to have that go on. And I wonder what may have transpired that we don't know, and we probably will never know. We probably will never, ever know. But here's the thing that I wonder, and we need to think about before we keep Mike McCarthy or we hire the next guy. You know, there's the old saying, when you got money, you got lots of friends. When you don't, they don't come around. And what that is it's easy to be a friend when everything is going right. Damn it. It's easy to be a friend when everything is good, you know? You got money, you got the party going on, everything is good. It's easy then, right? But it's the people that can take the pressure. See, when the shit hits the fan, that's when you need to know that people are with you. And that is being tough. You know, the good old, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that seems to be the Cowboys' problem. That when the shit gets tough, or it gets to be playoffs, that's when the Cowboys seem to cower, or crater, or fail, or choke. I used to think that it was the Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan, Kellen Moore, that they just didn't know how to handle the pressure. And a couple of things, observations that are kind of interesting. You know, now everybody is coming out with stuff. Here's the thing that's kind of interesting with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn has been a mastermind, right? Except in that Super Bowl against New England, right? Here's the thing that's interesting. This is actually really interesting. Do you know who his offensive coaches were when he was the head coach of Atlanta? Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and LaFleur. What's interesting about those three guys, with the exception of LaFleur, Mike McDaniels, they were all with the Washington Commanders. And I'm not saying that they're actually good coaches because they were with the Commanders, not at all. I'm saying that those guys knew. Hold your ears for a second. Knew Dan Quinn and Dan Quinn's defenses. And that may be part of the problem. Dan Quinn, his defense, can't find my brick hammer. Hold your ears. That those guys know Dan Quinn real well and are just able to understand how to defeat him. Now, That could be part of the problem. If you know what I mean. And that it's not necessarily the players, is those guys know how to defeat Dan Quinn. Because they've done it, because they know him so well. So that's an interesting take, which may be why those guys are all able to run the football against them. Yeah, I'm sure you brick masons out there are laughing at me. I get it. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. I'm using my lime render here. Fortunately, it's not a structural thing, so it's all right. It'll be okay. So there's that. So now you're playing against the top coaches that know you and your system. Then, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but our Cowboys just don't seem to have the fortitude when shit gets bad to be able to play. I don't want to say they're soft. I don't want to say they're soft. But you got to have in the NFL a short memory. If something bad happens, you got to move the F on. You got to let it go. And you just got to keep on going. And what I'm seeing from our Cowboys doesn't seem to be that those guys can let that shit go. Okay. Maybe I'll get some more bricks. They just can't seem to let that shit go and be able to operate. So that will work perfect. And be able to operate in adversity. And that, my friends, goes back to coaching. And that goes back to Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn. And maybe you do need a guy who's a ball buster as opposed to a guy who's their best friend. Because what you got right now going on ain't working. How's it look, y'all? Not like a professional bricklayer would do. This is Mark Holmes, and we're doing the best we can. I know one thing. This shit ain't easy on your body, being down here like this. What we're going to do with this is we're going to plaster the face of this. We're going to get this all cleaned up and pointed up real nice so it matches the bricks here. Pretty cool. Wow. I'm almost there. I think upstairs. Sneezing.
Need to know what Home Depot card is.
I think it's on my desk, honey. You didn't comment on how this looks. Hey, how's this look? Hmm? No, not this part of it.
What part?
The inside of it. This is the inside wall.
We already talked about that.
Huh?
We already talked about that.
No, but you can't see what it looks like.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Ow!
You okay? I've used the dark bricks, the ones that were discolored on the inside to make sure that it's.
So are you still planning to plaster it?
I'm gonna plaster flush on the corners all the way around. That's the inside of the brick. See the inside of the fireplace?
Yeah, I've seen it. We talked about this.
No, but you didn't see it actually made.
What do you mean?
This over here, this wall.
Oh.
I just built that whole wall
Oh, okay.
because that had crumbled.
Got it.
So I used bricks that I found in here that are dark in color.
That's gonna be perfect.
And then all.
That one's super straight, whereas that one is
It's not.
leaning and.
Okay.
an
But
angle.
you could say that's the original and this is the makeup. That's part of the history of it.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
I think once it's plaster on the front of
It's
that,
definitely worth opening up.
I'm thinking that might not be a bad idea to get like a piece of granite and get it cut at the bottom. You know how they have those, or actually, what? Because the bottom of this is just like, it's just like shit. It's just like all kinds of crap on there.
I mean, but for all it's gonna get used, you could put a piece of wood there.
Okay, all right,
You know what I mean?
okay.
The granite makes sense for like fire,
Okay.
but I'm putting a big old plank here. Just kidding.
Plank, okay. All right. So, my wife says it's too straight. That's funny. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I forgot. I still had you guys on here. Well. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know what you think. Are the Dallas Cowboys players weak-minded or soft, and they can't handle adversity? As in what Jane Slater said, Dak Prescott panics. And do they need a coach that can get them past that? Because clearly that has been our problem for a long time. I like it. I like it a lot.